The story begins in the dense forests of Australia, where companies like Torrent Mining have been operating for a long time. Trees are being cut down, pollution is spreading, and the nearby river water has turned toxic. Because of that, campers have already been facing a lot of trouble in the area. But the real problem here is not just the poisoned water. At one campsite, we see the bodies of several people. Their condition is horrifying, and it looks like something extremely violent tore through them. What happened there and who or what did it is something we learn later. Unaware of all this, Sheriff Maddie is busy doing her duty in town. Her father was also a police officer, and because of everything he did for the town, people still respect his name. Maddie is well liked too, partly because of the legacy he left behind. In Maddie's voiceover, we hear her say that her father died while trying to protect her. He was a hero, not just to her, but to the entire town. And even now, she still carries the pain of that loss. After this, we see a man named Schmidy, who has come out hunting with his dog, Ralphie. While moving through the woods, he senses that something is nearby. He slowly steps forward, ready to take a shot. Just as he is about to fire, Ralphie starts barking loudly, warning him. But Schmidy ignores the dog and stays focused on the target. Then suddenly, he sees something that fills his face with fear. He fires his gun, but we are not shown what happens next. Around that same time, Maddie is still in town, talking to locals, when a shaken and panicked Schmidy arrives. He rushes to Maddie and tells her he was attacked. According to him, a giant, terrifying kangaroo attacked him, one that looked almost possessed. Schmidy is badly rattled and says everyone is in danger because this was no normal kangaroo. He says he shot it at close range, but it still survived. His dog Ralphie is missing too, and he fears the same creature got to him as well. The problem is Schmidy is known for acting a little unstable. He fought in the Vietnam War, and now that he's older, people don't take his words very seriously. Maddie also doesn't fully believe him. She assumes he may be drunk and tells him to move his vehicle from the middle of the road. Then she goes inside a pub where two men, Tim and Ricky, are arguing with each other. Both are drunk and throwing insults around. When Maddie tries to break it up, they start being disrespectful toward her too. Angry, Maddie takes their car keys and punishes them by making them walk home instead. After they leave, Maddie talks to her Aunt Donna, who is actually Schmidy's ex-wife. Maddie tells Donna about Schmidy's story of the giant kangaroo, but Donna laughs it off. She also thinks Schmidy's mental state is no longer stable, and that may be one of the reasons they separated. By now, evening has fallen, and Tim and Ricky are walking home, joking around. On the way, Ricky says he needs to stop for a moment, so Tim shines a torch for him. But tonight, something feels wrong. Usually, there are always small animals moving around in the area, but this time everything is completely silent. When Tim points the torch toward the bushes, he sees two glowing eyes staring back at them. They freeze in fear. Before they can react, Rippy attacks them, and the scene turns into chaos. There is no one nearby to hear their screams. The next day, Maddie gets a call from Dave, who has found Tim and Ricky's bodies. Hearing this, Maddie is deeply upset. In her heart, she blames herself, because she was the one who forced them to walk home. Their bodies are in terrible condition. Maddie assumes a wild animal may be responsible, but something about it is strange. Whatever attacked them did not behave like a normal predator. Donna suggests it could have been a pack of wild dogs, or maybe even a crocodile, but the water is too far from that location. Dave says that whatever did this must have been incredibly powerful to take down two grown men so easily. Maddie tries to come up with a more practical explanation. She says maybe they were hit by a vehicle first and then wild animals damaged the bodies afterward. Donna suggests calling an ambulance or the coroner, but Maddie says that is not possible. The area is too difficult to reach, and ambulances are not sent for the dead. The coroner also cannot come because of forest fires in the region. Just then, Schmidy arrives at the scene. Crying, he asks why no one believes him. He says this is the work of that zombie kangaroo. Donna scolds him, telling him that two people have died, and this is not the time for nonsense. Maddie asks Schmidy what he is doing at an active crime scene. He says he is still searching for Ralphie. Then, he tries to show her something on the ground. Footprints. According to Schmidy, they belong to the kangaroo, and they now look even bigger than before, but Maddie dismisses him and tells him to leave. Saddened, Schmidy walks away. After that, Maddie sends the two bodies for autopsy. Even the doctor is confused after examining them. There are no clear signs of a weapon attack and no accident marks either. It becomes very difficult to determine what exactly happened. Then Maddie gets a call from a colleague who is working on the case of a man named Reuben Williams. Reuben is a new employee at Torrent Mining. Besides small theft charges, he is also connected to a serious case involving multiple deaths. Maddie quickly brings Dave and says they need to question Reuben. When Maddie meets Reuben, she asks where he was the previous night. Reuben refuses to answer and says he wants a lawyer. That makes Maddie even more suspicious, so he is arrested. That night at the pub, everyone is talking about the incident. The whole town is scared. An older woman says she has told her son not to go out for sports practice at night until the danger passes. Maddie tries to calm everyone down. She tells them there is no danger now because the suspect is in jail. She specifically tells Troy to continue his practice without fear, and Troy agrees. But not long after that, Troy also becomes a victim of the creature. When Troy doesn't return home after going out in the evening, his mother calls Maddie. Maddie rushes toward the forest where she finds Troy's mother sitting there with his body. As soon as Maddie arrives, Troy's mother breaks down in anger. She reminds Maddie that she only allowed Troy to go out because Maddie told everyone it was safe. This hits Maddie hard. She is devastated because her mistake has now cost a young boy his life. After this, Maddie goes to meet Schmidy. Because the marks around Troy's body are the same as the ones found at the earlier scenes. Maddie is now deeply frustrated because she feels she is failing to protect her people. Schmidy then tells her an old story about an ancient monster, a demonic force. Hearing all this, Maddie finally decides to take action. She says that the next morning a team will go out to hunt the kangaroo. For the first time, Schmidy looks relieved. He agrees to join them in the morning. The next day, a volunteer hunting group is formed, including several workers from the mining company. Dave joins as well, saying these people are his responsibility. Dave and his group head one way in a jeep, while Maddie goes the other way with Donna and Schmidy. By afternoon, the group still hasn't found anything, so everyone is starting to feel discouraged. As evening gets closer, Maddie says this will be their last stop for the day. They pull up at a campsite, and this is the same camp we saw at the beginning of the story. There, Maddie sees the two bodies from earlier, still in a horrifying condition. The moment she sees them up close, she is completely shaken. Now she fully understands that whatever they are dealing with is extremely dangerous. Soon it starts getting dark, so the group decides to head back. But on the way, they find a large animal lying in the middle of the road. When they go closer, they realize it's a cow, badly torn apart from the middle, as if the creature had fed on it. At that moment, Dave tells everyone to switch off their torches because he can sense that the monster is somewhere nearby. That immediately puts everyone on edge. And then, without warning, the kangaroo attacks. Chaos breaks out. In the sudden attack, 3 of Dave's men are killed. They fire multiple shots at the zombie kangaroo, but the bullets seem to do nothing. Then the creature turns toward Dave. Dave barely manages to escape by jumping into the jeep and driving off, but in his panic, he loses control of the vehicle and crashes. By the time Maddie, Schmidy, and Donna reach him, Dave is already dead. This completely breaks Maddie. One by one, her people are dying, and she feels helpless. On top of that, she still hasn't healed from the pain of losing her father. The man she believed died while jumping into the river to save her. That's when Schmidy tells her a hard truth. He says her father did not jump into the river to save her. According to Schmidy, her father was drunk that day, slipped, hit the rocks, and drowned. Maddie refuses to believe him, but Schmidy tells her to think about it. She had always been a strong swimmer, so why would her father need to jump in to save her? Before they can talk further, the zombie kangaroo attacks again. Maddie shoots at it too, but just like before, the bullets have no effect. Then she tries to run it over with her vehicle, but the kangaroo dodges at the last second. Instead, their vehicle crashes, and now they have no choice but to continue on foot. Somehow they manage to make it to Schmidy's house, but they still need to warn the people in town. The problem is the radio isn't working because there's no electricity. To restore power, they need to switch on the generator, which is placed some distance away from the house. It's a dangerous job, so Maddie goes herself. She is scared, but then Schmidy's dog Ralphie shows up beside her, which gives her some comfort. Maddie quickly turns on the generator and returns safely. When Schmidy sees Ralphie, he is overjoyed. With the power back, Donna tries to send a message over the radio, but no one is listening at that time, so they decide they will have to go to town themselves and warn everyone directly. For that, Maddie goes outside again to get a battery. But this time, the zombie kangaroo appears right in front of her and attacks. They barely escape and run straight to the town bar, where people are still relaxing and enjoying themselves, completely unaware of what is coming. As soon as Maddie and the others mention the zombie kangaroo, panic starts to spread, and only moments later, the creature enters the town while chasing them. Everyone is terrified. Maddie tells them that if they want to survive, they have to work together and stop it. So the townspeople quickly drag furniture around and block all the entrances and paths. Then suddenly, a police siren is heard outside. For a moment, everyone feels relieved because they think help has arrived, but only one officer has come. Officer Stan. No one realizes just how dangerous the creature really is. Stan steps out of his car and calls for Maddie, confused by the strange silence around him, and then we see the zombie kangaroo has already come up right behind him. Stan is attacked and he dies before anyone can help. After that, the monster starts moving toward the door of the bar. Schmidy tells everyone to run toward the basement, but Maddie refuses to leave. She stays behind with a gun, waiting for the creature. Donna tells her she doesn't need to risk her life like this, but Maddie tells her to go anyway. Still, Donna and Schmidy refuse to leave her alone. The three of them hide behind a table. The kangaroo starts sniffing around, trying to find them. To distract it, Schmidy throws a stick. For a moment it works, but then Ralphie starts barking from inside the basement and the creature immediately turns in that direction. Now, Maddie has no choice. She has to face it directly. She steps out and empties her gun at the monster, but once again, nothing happens. Maddie doesn't know what else to do. Then Donna starts ringing a bell loudly, pulling the creature's attention toward her. At the same moment, Schmidy hands Maddie an axe. Maddie takes the chance and strikes the monster directly in the head. This time it works. The zombie kangaroo is finally killed. After defeating it, everyone is overwhelmed with relief. And in that moment, Maddie also begins to accept the truth about her past. No matter how her father died, he will always remain her hero in her heart. But the film ends on a disturbing note. In the final scenes, we see that the people who were attacked by the infected kangaroo are now coming back and attacking others, which means the virus has already spread to humans. And according to the movie, it all began with pollution and environmental damage. That is the message the film leaves us with.